Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. I'm going to be showing you some new CDs I've purchased and also another CD that was gifted to me by one of my Patreons, Nicholas Pearl. A couple of weeks ago, he sent me the Beach Boys' Friends on CD. I love that album. And it came with also the Beach Boys 2020, which I think is also a very good album. Not as I don't love it as much as Friends, but still, 2020 was a good listen. I enjoyed it. So this is the CD he sent me. Let's see what it is. And he also gave me a letter and, a letter or a note. And I'm also going to rank the canned CDs I have so far and show you at least one more CD that I purchased. Is it Nickelback's Greatest Hits Volume 2? No. Yay, it's another Beach Boys album. I've never heard this. The Beach Boys' Smiley Smile. Thank you very much, Nicholas. And I always play the stereo. And I'll read the note in a second here. My viewers are the best. There it is. On Brother Records, the Beach Boys label. No booklet. How disappointing. All right, let's read the letter. Hi, Larry. Here it is, the long-awaited and initially dismissed sequel to the mighty Pet Sounds, which I absolutely love. The two singles leading off each side spotlight Brian's studio mastery, but the rest of the album takes a stripped-down approach, often cited as the genesis of the lo-fi or bedroom pop music. This HD CD from 2012 features the only true stereo mix officially released. Like most Beach Boys album, it takes a few spins to truly appreciate. Yeah, the very first time I heard Friends, I did not like it at all. So I hope this disc takes a comfortable seat in your collection. The high quality entertainment you send out returns to you. Wow, thank you very much. Regards, Nicholas Otto Pearl. I'm going to cry. All right. So, speaking of can, I just got this in the mail. It will be my 11th Can album. As some of you know, I've become obsessed with this band in the last, I guess, month now. And at night when I play my music, I play Can albums maybe more than 80% of the time. And they have become truly one of my favorite bands. They're right up there with the Beatles and Sparks. So I've got all of their albums in order except for the last. I need to get 4 more of them. So I forget I've got Free Flow coming, I think, tomorrow. So I forget if Free Flow came before this one. But anyway, I'm going to have them, like I said, all in order. This is Can Saw Delight. And for the Can fans out there, I would love your thoughts on this. I've heard, their last few albums weren't quite as good But everything I've heard, I've been very happy with. And I know my buddy Morris Gotro, he's got Future Days, and I believe he's going to be getting Monster Movie and possibly Tego Mago. Um, yeah, but they're definitely the kind of band where, you listen to one of their albums. You might not like it on the first listen or even the second listen, but depending on the person, of course, but if you keep listening, some of you are going to become huge fans of Can, just like I have. These are all remastered, and they all come with a nice booklet. Yeah, I love everything about the band. I love their original singer, Malcolm Mooney, and their second one, Suzuki. I also love, and even after uh, Dano left, I still thought they were damn good. So I'll get into that in a minute. But this does have good reviews. I'm just saying, overall, Can fans don't think these albums are as strong as the earlier ones. I'll be the judge of that. Because there's already one album that supposedly wasn't as good as the earlier albums, and I absolutely love it. The other album I got is Sparks related. So in 1979, this album came out. It was written by Ron and Russell Mael. It was produced by them. Ron plays the keyboards on it, and then, there's other musicians. It's the singer Nöel. Like I said, this came out in 1979. It's just newly remastered with bonus tracks, two CDs. And it's more, if you know Sparks Number One in Heaven, it's more disco than that album. So, but it's still a really fun listen. Two CDs. I still need to play that. I just got this the other day, so I still need to play it more. Sounds great. Yeah. All songs written by Ron Mael and Russell Mael. Produced by Ron Mael and Russell Mael. Vocals, Nöel. And then they have backing vocals and synthesizers, Ron Mael. Saxophone, Michael Brecker. He's a very well known artist. Comes with a booklet. And Nöel herself wrote these liner notes. There she is. And on the bonus track, there's even Russell Mael, the Sparks lead singer. He's doing some. He's singing like two or three of the songs, but it's just like guide vocals. It's not like he's putting his all into the vocals, but it's still very, very interesting. So if you're a Sparks fan, check that out. Okay, so the Can records, just at some point when I have all the Can albums, hopefully by the end of this year, I will do a ranking of all of their studio albums. So, like I said, I just received this one. I haven't heard it yet. So the 10 10 albums I have. This is how I feel about them. So the first two I'm actually not going to include in the ranking because they're not studio albums. This first one is a double live CD, Can Live in Paris 1973. And I honestly haven't even played the second disc yet. It's kind of like a good quality bootleg. It's not the greatest quality. And I don't know. I would just always go to one of their studio albums before listening to this. So I almost regret buying this one because I don't know if I'll really play it much. But other Can fans seem to really love this. So, maybe in time I will give it another go. But for now, it's at the bottom of my list, even though it's not part of the rankings. And the other one, which is excellent, but I'm not including it in the rankings, is the singles. I think this could be a good way. Some people ask me, what's the first album, to get into? The singles, because it just shows them everything that they do. You might not love all of it at first, but it's a good way to start. Now for the serious ranking at the moment. Okay, I'm just checking. Yeah, Saw Delight, which I have. The album before, Flow Motion, is the one I'm going to be getting tomorrow. So then I'll have all of their albums except for Out of Reach, the self-titled Can, and Right Time, their final studio album. Yeah, and I called him Dano. It's Damo Suzuki. I still don't know the band members' names, that well. I'm more focused on the music than personalities, but the band members are they're all top-notch musicians. I love them. So, 1974 is the album. This is number 8. It's And Soon Over Babaluma, which is great. And it's the first album without Dano Suzuki. And I think they do an excellent job. There's still vocals by the lead guitarist. It's more of a jazzy kind of rock. I'm still getting to know the album more. I've only played it maybe 4 times, but it is excellent. Just because it's number 8 doesn't mean I don't love it. So, and who knows, it might go up in my rankings. Number 7, I just played this again last night, and uh, I just remember thinking this is really good. It is their first album, which was never released because the record company thought it was too weird. And the actual debut album, Monster Movie, is weirder than this, but it was released. So, Hands Delay, 1968, when it was recorded. It came out in the early 80s. It's with Malcolm Mooney on vocals. He's an acquired taste for sure. But what I like about him is, even though he's not a great singer by any by any shot, uh, it's just it's kind of like seeing somebody you're friends with, and they go on stage and they're singing, and you're thinking, oh, he can't sing. But then you're listening to the band and your friends singing, and it's like, you know what? I like this. I like him as a friend, and it's going really well with the music. I like this. I like his vocals. It's hard to explain, but uh, excellent. Number 7. So I'm going to give all of these 8 studio albums. Well, I'll give Yeah, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because I really do love them all. Yeah. I was going to say 9, but no, it's a 10. So this one is a compilation, but it's still, studio recordings and soundtracks. This is another one that might be a good starting off point. One of their most popular songs on is Mother Sky, which is 14 minutes, 30 seconds long. And both Dano and Malcolm sing on some of the tracks here. And actually, speaking of Malcolm Mooney, the final song, She Brings the Rain, he actually does have a nice voice on that track. He sings it really well. So definitely a talent. That's number 6. Number 5 at the moment. This is from 1975. It's the follow up to Soon Over Babaluma. And so I was thinking, reading reviews, it's not as good as the earlier albums. I love it. It's a 10 out of 10. And there's vocals on it um, that really suit the music. Yeah, I just want to kind of quickly go through these and not give a detailed. I still listening to all of the albums, right? But I've played this probably 6, 7 times, and I absolutely love it. Landed. Number 4. This is some fans of Can, their number 1 album. And I love it too, but it's just not my number 1 yet. It could be. I've only played this one about 5 times. Is it Edgy Bamyasi? I know some people say it differently. It's great. Vitamin C, Spoon, which was actually a hit single for them. I'm So Green. Once again, Dano on vocals. Love it. Now, number 3 was number 1. But, re-listening to all of these albums, I'm going to be changing my ranking. But I have played this. It's got to be at least 30, 40 times. And Future Days. And it's one of those albums I'm never going to get bored with. And there's only 4 songs. I think if you just want to check out one of their songs, I think Moonshake, which is only 3 minutes long, is a good place to start. It's one of their more not so out there songs. Then the sidelong Bel Air is superb. If you like craft work mixed in with a little bit of Pink Floydish guitar work, it's a kind of a mellow album overall, but it's just excellent. Number 2 has risen in the rankings because the other day I played it for the first time in a while. I've always really loved the album, even though it gets pretty bizarre. But I'd almost forgotten how good it is. It is Tego Majo, or Mago, however you want to pronounce it. Double album. It starts out pretty almost normal. Paper House, Mushroom, oh yeah. And then, especially the second album, it gets way, way out there. It won't be for everybody. There's the one song, I think it's Pecking O, where Dano, he just goes berserk with his crazy vocals. It's almost humorous or scary. But this is just so good. I've played this about maybe 10 times. I just need to play it more. Highly recommended. Number one, I just spit. Number one, I think, is always going to be number one. It has become one of my all-time favorite albums, and the one song on here has become one of my all-time favorite songs. It is the first real debut album by Can with Malcolm Mooney, who is an acquired taste, like I said. Monster movie. The very first time I heard this, I thought I wasn't very happy with the production. I thought it was a little on the rough side, but just give it a chance. The production is excellent. It suits the music, and the production really is good once you get into the album. Father Cannot Yell, Mary Mary So Contrary, Outside My Door. This is 1969, and this was recorded before the Stooges' first album, I believe. And it's punk rock before there was punk rock. This band is so far ahead of its time. And then the sidelong You Do Right, which is over 20 minutes long, some of the jamming on it sounds like the band Tool. And it's just unbelievable that this came out before, the Beatles' Abbey Road. It's going to be probably my all-time favorite Can album always. Not that I don't love the other ones. And I've played this seriously. I think I've played this at least 50 times. That's how obsessed I am with this album. That is it. Looking forward to some comments below. And please remember to like the video and subscribe. And let me know what you think about, the Beach Boys, Smiley Smile, Nöel, if you've heard it. And of course, Can. Bye.